On tap in the first 5 for the Cardinal. And it's time to get us underway here inside Maples Pavilion. So happy to have you along for the ride. It's the 125s to get us started here tonight. It's Spencer von Savoye for the Blue Devils and Edwin Sierra, a freshman for the Cardinal out of Yuma, Arizona.
Edwin coming out tough with his hand fighting. Looking to work that right hand underhook. Got behind the leg. He's on a great job standing up with the leg. Dive roll attempt by the Duke wrestler didn't work. Edwin was right there to capitalize, get that takedown.
Really good, aggressive start for Edwin Sierra, and that's something that Coach Ayers was talking to us about yesterday, Brahman, when we had the time to talk with him before the match, and he said he wants his team to really go out and be aggressive. It sounds simple, right? We want to score as many points as we can, but that emphasis within every individual match, he wants his guys to be on the attack from the opening horn.
Well, especially when you have a team score involved and you need to work for bonus points, sometimes you got to push yourself a little harder than you want to get that extra takedown. Both of these guys are a little undersized for 125. I don't think they cut a lot of weight. Edwin's back on that underhook.
When you bring up a good point, Brahman, you're probably going to see that across the board in a lot of matches here tonight, particularly on the Duke side. They are such a young squad. Both of these teams really are, but in talking with Glenn Lanham a couple days ago, he said there are a lot of guys on his team where he wants to see them continue to add weight over the course of their very young collegiate careers to really build themselves into the type of wrestlers that he believes they can be.
This is one of the reasons that you redshirt a freshman typically, because it gives them a year to mature, put on that muscle, get used to the physicality of Division I wrestling. These guys are locked up chest to chest. Edwin looks like he wants to pummel out of that position. We got a stalemate from the
Sierra 2-3 in his freshman season. Poway High School, a native of Yuma, Arizona. And Von Savoye 1-7 this season. He's got 3 collegiate wins on his ledger thus far.
I see this is a tall guy. He's having some trouble getting him to the mat because he's got such length and he's able to push the guy away and stay up on his feet. Edwin needs to jack that foot way up. Good job pulling him down to the mat. Savoye lost his balance there. No takedown yet, though. Okay, nice. He went the other way, kind of like sometimes we call that an assassin.
Getting those shoulders close. There is Sierra.
He's got a bottom leg cradle, fought out of it.
Coming out is Von Savoye. Right back on the attack goes Sierra, and they go off the edge of the mat with just 1 second left to go here in the first.
A little sloppy there on the edge of the mat by the Duke wrestler.
But what a quick start for Edwin Sierra. 9 points already on the board here in the first.
.44 seconds of riding time already for Edwin. Duke's going down this period. I would think that Edwin would try to get that riding time up over a minute right now.
And it's a very brief collegiate history for Sierra so far, but most points he's scored in a match, 10. That came against Cal Baptist's Cooper Shore back on November 15th.
So he's on fire then.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And what a great way to build some confidence in a 125 spot that hasn't been one of the strongest for Stanford over the last couple of seasons.
Well, we have Nico Provo there, and he's a real stud. He sat out last year. There was a weak spot for us last year without Nico in there, but he's back, and he should be ready to go for the national tournament, giving himself a chance to be an All-American.
Sierra's got the riding time, approaching 1.5 now.
Now he's got that Stanford vine in, and he's going over bar on the right side. Sometimes those are the best skills when you tie up the lower body and the upper body. He needs to pick a turn and go with it.
looks like he's a little indecisive about which way he wants to make that turn. You're right.
Look to the corner. The corner is encouraging him to cut the guy loose and get another takedown.
That's exactly what he does. 30 seconds to go here in the second period.
He had a right-handed underhook and kind of slipped off of it. His opponent was able to drop in on the leg, but he's just stretched out there trying to hold on. Short time here. Edwin needs to drop his hip, crush him off of that, or scrape him off. He's lifting the bottom leg. He's stepping in for a bottom leg Turk. That's 3.
Period winding down as he gets the 3 on the board. And the horn sounds inside Maples. A 12-3 advantage through 2 for Sierra.
And that's a recipe for winning matches, is scoring at the end of periods. That doesn't give your opponent the time to get an escape, and it turns a 3-point takedown into truly a 3-point takedown and not a 2-point takedown.
So Sierra now will start on the bottom.
You think Savoye would try to take advantage of this top position. He's a long guy, so he probably has some legs. He's letting him go.
And you can hear it from the Stanford bench before we started this third period. They say we need 2 more takedowns. That's the mission here for Sierra.
Nice duck under attempt. Ran behind by Sierra.
There's one of them right there.
That's great instruction when your coaches tell you exactly how many takedowns you need to get the job done.
So 16-3, Sierra over von Savoye. Riding time well over 2:20.
Sierra, not a huge 125-pounder, but he's definitely out-muscling Savoye. Looking to suck him back here, maybe get some back points.
Coach here said he's really finding his way across his freshman season and now looking for one more takedown.
Another takedown would do it, and that's a tech fall. Nice snap, ran to the leg.
A 4 or a 5 on the board, and he's got the takedown. Edwin Sierra closes it out with a tech fall and a convincing 19-4 start for the card.
Excellent job. Only his 3rd win of his career, so he needed that.
And for Sierra, it's the first tech fall victory of his collegiate career as we get a couple of looks at the highlights here, Brahman.
Finishing tough, finishing this single leg, putting him right on his butt. Okay, we got a crowd favorite here, Tyler Knox, All-American.